We're here at the March for Life in Vienna. Unfortunately, the weather is not very good. It's pouring rain, but still thousands came to stand up for life, for the protection of life. And we heard great speeches at the beginning, and now we're marching through the streets of Vienna. And the pro-lifers, they don't care about the rain. They still all came. It's still wonderful, and a lot of young families. Great, joyful atmosphere. This is a great thing to see, that the pro-life movement in Europe is also growing, and it's live and well. We are here at the March for Life, and we're here with Ludwig Brühl, one of the organizers and the speaker of the March for Life. And Ludwig, I'd like to know, how happy are you with the event today?
I'm extremely happy. It was a wonderful day in Vienna. Even though it was raining, we had so many people here we didn't expect it, and we brought the super important message out to everyone. We want to love them both. We want to love the child who has a right to life, right from conception. We don't make any exceptions, neither here in Vienna nor in Austria, in Europe, or on the whole world.
What do you think about the political situation? And now there is difficulties. There were FBI raids in the US on pro-lifers, and even here there were protesters who were trying to disturb the march and so on. So it seems like many people are very unhappy with people that defend life and stand up for life. What's your opinion on that? What do you think that is all about?
Many people don't know this, but in Austria as well, in Germany, life is protected from conception. But this protection is not being taken through. It's not really consequent in what the state is doing here. So what we're seeing, even though the state and politics would be responsible for protecting life right from its beginning, it is more and more that people are being perpetrated for their pro-life stance. And this does really concern me. And I think our response to it should be that we have an even happier, more strategic and more aligned community approach of everyone from the pro-life community together for life, so that we can bring out this message: everyone is valuable, life has a right to live and has a right to fulfill itself right from conception to natural death.
Why do you think it's so important to be out there to stand up for the unborn?
Well, I think it's a beautiful sign for all the people who need the help, who are in difficult situations, and also to all the politicians and everyone else living in Vienna, to show them how many people are actually concerned with the problem of abortion, with the issues of all the women and all the families that are struggling, and especially to all the babies who have no voice themselves. And we're out here to support them, to be their voice, and to stand up in public and to show them that they are valued and that we are fighting for them.
Awesome, thank you. Why do you think it's important to go out here and stand up for the unborn?
It's important that we realize that every life, like even in the womb, like the unborn baby and the mother, are so important. And we're here to celebrate life, but also to say yes to every life, to the old, to the young, to the unborn, to everyone. And that's why I'm here to stand there and to say, as a woman, I love every child, and every child should have the right to live.
Why are you guys here? Why do you think it's important to take the streets here and stand up for life?
I think it's really important to show that unborn lives matter, and that there's people out there that are willing to help and are there to support women and families in need.
It's really hard with the media because it's making it seem like everyone is pro-choice, but seeing this many people here shows that there are actually people that are our age, that are young, who are pro-life and care about lives.
There are counter-protesters trying to block the streets, holding up disgusting signs and trying to block the streets and being a nuisance, and the police will probably try at some point to clear the way or find another path. So as you can see, the culture of death is also trying to avoid these marches for life and to try to avoid these, standing up for life. They're letting explosives go off, trying to intimidate people. It's what the Antifa people do, unfortunately, but you can't help it. The pro-life people will still march on. We'll see what the police will do, whether we find a different path or they will be removed. We are here with Alexander Czugel, one of the organizers for the March for Life in Vienna. Alexander, how happy are you with the event?
I'm very happy. Just imagine we're in Vienna in the middle of a times of crisis, and it rains, and we still have thousands of people coming to our march, mainly young people, families, people who not only represent the idea that abortion is bad and should be abolished, but also represent the family ideal we actually want to promote. A family ideal which shows that every child is welcome, the elderly people are welcome. We want to be with them at the end of their life and not against them at the end of their life. We want to be with them at the beginning of their life and not against them at the beginning of their life. So it represents everything we want to represent, and I'm extremely proud of our team, and I'm extremely proud of all the people coming in this actually terrible weather on this wonderful day.
Thank you. So there were some attacks today. There was Antifa protesters, and in the US we've seen that there were FBI raids even on pro-life fathers just being arrested in front of their children. Why do you think people, the left and so on, why do they fear pro-lifers so much? Why are they attacking people who are standing up for life?
So there are two aspects about this. First of all, it's not mainly fear driving them. It's rather a calculated idea to frame people who stand up for the main ideal, the ideal of life and of the sanctity of life, to frame them as terrorists. That's the whole idea. And so they organize actions like this, like what the FBI did right now in the States or here also, and try to frame us as people who are actually against democracy. And I don't know if you are aware of this, but it's since 30 years a plan of the United Nations to show that actually everyone who is that abortion is part of women's rights are part of human rights, and therefore everyone who is against abortion is actually against human rights. And as human rights are part of our constitution, I'm actually against the constitution. That's their very perverted and strange logic. We know obviously that this is total nonsense, and we can prove it here in Vienna, because just look at our march today. We had the police working together with us professionally as every year except last year, and the police was wonderful. And today the policeman himself, the leader, said, look at you, I'm very happy that I work together with you, because all the people going together with you are actually in order and they know what to do and they stand up for a good ideal. And on the other side we have chaos, we have destruction, and we have hate. So I think I know who the terrorists really are, and it's definitely not us.
I recently became a father, and I know it changed my perspective a little bit, and I know your wife is pregnant as well. You're becoming a father. Did this change your perspective at all? I mean, I know you've always been pro-life, but how does this change your perspective?
It strengthened it a lot, because it's one thing to talk about children and to talk about the unborn. It's another thing to be actually father to an unborn child. And I'm very much looking forward to what you already experienced, to hold my child in my own hands. So yes, it strengthened me a lot.
Yeah, the March for Life was a great success. It was really terrible weather, but still thousands of people came to the streets of Vienna, and there were counter-protesters dressed in all black. So I think you could really see the culture of death, which are these dressed in black protesters, clashing with these happy families, these people that are standing up for life. So you can see the marches for life, they're growing all over Europe, and the pro-life movement is very much alive in Europe and growing, and that's a great sign to see. For LifeSiteNews, this is Andrei Wailzer.